Yeah, it's the same old crap in the news. 1, 2, 3. What do you say, everybody? Reefer cake? Whoop. Is it alive? Same old crap in the news. Yeah. Notice a common theme. The poor folks always lose. Reefer cake calls it like he sees it. That's me. Even Michael Brooks can be controlled by the Russians. Now I'm gonna tell you just why, oh why. The Russians have controlled this whole thing, and soon Tulsi will win. She'll be planted. All right, Jimmy Reefercake here. Russia Conspiracy Central. Russia Conspiracy Headquarters, baby. Yes. Reefercake in the house. In the house. All right. Share it too. Jimmy Reefercake on Twitter. Majority reports Michael Brooks bends the knee to Tulsi Gabbard because of the media being so stupid and how they attack her, so biased. Yes, he said it. And to that, I give Michael Brooks 10 million applause. Let the applause flow. And I drink to you, sir. Michael Brooks finally bending the knee to Tulsi because he admits the media treatment has been so biased. That is what Michael Brooks did, everybody. Come on down. I'm monitoring the chat as always. Now, of course, the Russians have planned this. The Russians have this all mapped out. Holy shit. One thing I got to notice here, look at the Chris Lapaco's logo. It looks like an owl. Interesting. Just noticing that. The owls are out, everybody. This time of year, you're going to have some owl action. It's good stuff. Okay. A little distracted into the world of nature. When owls are a predator that is very beautiful. And all predatory birds are off limits. You shall not harass them or, of course, never hunt them. Owls, eagles, hawks, they hunt mostly. They hunt rats, mice, etc. All right, a little bit off track there, but birds of prey are to be protected. You shall not harass them. And that can be tough if you're a guy who has ducks and chickens. So we're in a tricky time of year, everybody. But think about it. Michael Brooks admitted that he finally is just getting sick of everybody giving unfair treatment to Tulsi. I would describe, one way to describe this very easily is to say, asking questions about Syria. Well, let's see. All you know is that when they ask Tulsi questions, they're always going to ask her about Syria. But do you know what everyone else's plan is for Syria? What's Elizabeth Warren's choice about Syria? What's Kamala Harris's solution to Syria? She's going to be like, you know what? My solution to Syria is democracy, freedom, Syria, missiles, law and order, mass jails. Kamala Harris has got a Syria solution, doesn't she? Who out there thinks that anyone else has a Syria solution, or is it even talked about? All you hear about Syria is the question of, do you hate the evil Assad? Yes or no? So what is the solution? Tulsi Gabbard offers a solution, and she's also the only one who gets questioned. It's like, you're going to question her about her side of it. But what about the other side of this story? The perpetual war in Syria and the funding of terrorists, this regime change system. let's have them defend their side of the fucking thing, right? You know what I'm saying? All the men come in these places, and the men are all the same. You don't look at their faces, and you don't ask their names. You don't think of them as human. You don't think of them at all. Keep your mind on the money. You keep your eyes on the ball. I'm your private dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money. Any old music will do. I want to make like $420. So I started a Patreon. I got Joseph Ballin and Joe Howell. And I got this other guy who's also a corporate overlord. Thank you, Patreons. Yeah, I guess I want a family. All the men come. Sorry. And I would like to have a female Patreon supporter. Who wants to be the first female Patreon? And the men are all the same. You don't look at their faces, and you don't ask their names. Oh, I'm your private live streamer for money. I stream what you want me to do. I'm your private live streamer for money, and any old streaming will do. So I'm thinking of all the super chats, all these streaming shows. You got the super chats; they're just getting the money. It's funny. It's a funny thing. H.A. Goodman is into that. H.A. Goodman once on this show. Look it up. It's a pretty enthralling interview. He's a wild man. He's a wild man. Hard to understand it's not hard to understand how the positive feedback through the super chats and also the hyper-focused nature of H.A. Goodman has led to his sort of focused and following, but a limitation. What are you trying to do? What is anyone trying to do with a channel? I don't know, man. I don't know. One thing I'll tell you is this channel here is not about making the big money. It's about making $420 a month. That's what the goal is. Patreon, Jimmy Reefer Gig. All right. Gonna have to get some chats in here if you want to direct me in any questions or have any comments. Michael Brooks bends the knee to Tulsi. Now, it's funny. It's funny because the Russians planned all of this, and now Brooks is falling prey to it because MSNBC has reported that Tulsi is indeed controlled and supported by the Russians. That's official MSNBC news. And we're going to get Dorky McDorkerson on the line here in a second here. Hello, this is Jimmy. What's going on? You're on live streaming on the Jimmy Reefer Gig channel. What's going on, Dorky? Hello, Jimmy. Dorky, what's up, man? Jimmy, they don't like me anymore. at MSNBC, and I was wondering maybe I could be part of your channel because you see, the Russians actually control MSNBC, and I'm the only one who knows it's true. Jimmy, you gotta listen to me. Oh, Dorky. Finally, Dorky. It all makes sense. Dorky, I know this is true. Yes, Jimmy. The Russians have controlled Rachel Maddow all along. The weird face woman on on Joe, Morning Joe, the weird face woman. There's nothing you can do with her except to scare people. She's a scary woman. And I'm just trying to be a dork, and I'm trying to observe this. And the Russians have infiltrated MSNBC. They've now, with Tulsi Gabbard, who they've implanted a computer chip into her beautiful body. So she's now a walking, talking machine of death and doom and destruction. Tulsi Gabbard wants nothing more than to eat the hearts of babies, Jimmy. Don't you understand? Yes, I think, I don't know if it's that. Dorky, just settle down. I think that maybe the Russians just have their own priorities. They're just human beings like us. They don't want to eat our hearts out. No, Jimmy. The Russians are more evil than that. You don't know. You haven't seen what they've done. Dorky. I understand, Dorky. I understand. You've probably been a victim of some serious, horrible Russian stuff. Is that right, Dorky? What have you been through? And Jimmy, just let me say, I've never seen such a... I don't know. What happened to Dorky? You guys fill in the story from there. Dorky saw a Russian eat a baby. Dorky McDorkerson from MSNBC saw a Russian eat a baby. Dorky McDorkerson, he saw the inside thread of the Russians. Dorky. Thanks for coming on, Dorky. Dorky is now out of the loop. That sucks. I had an inside guy with Dorky. Dorky McDorkinson. I'm gonna miss you, Dorky McDorkerson. Every time you smile, I don't understand the joke. Every time you cry out with glee, it's something that doesn't resonate with me, 'cause you're so fucking dorky. You're Dorky McDorkerson. Sometimes I think when they took away all the bad words, like I could say them now and then I'd be in trouble. Sometimes I think when they took out all the bad words, then people just started picking on each other in different words. Different words. Like you're a dum-dum. You're a horrible, hateful person. You're this and that. But whatever happened to those other words? 'Cause deep down, I think most people are very insecure. Deep down, I think that's, oh, I'm so fucking sure of it. These insecure people like me and you, we're all the same. But you wanna blame. I blame you, Dorky. Well, thank you, Michael Brooks. Finally. But the problem is, Brooksy, you've been duped. Tulsi, you were right. She is controlled by the Russians. And you've been duped. And guess what's next? even if she doesn't, you understand the Russians are in a long plan. You're going to make fun of her now, and then later you're going to be saying, oh my goodness, what happened to our country? You look at you to the left, you look to the right, you've been Tulsified. You're under the spell of the Tulsi. Brooks, you shouldn't have wiggled. You should have been strong against that evil, evil Tulsi, Brooks. Because you were so sure of yourself because of the Modi. You got your Modi. That means Tulsi baddie. Everything has an E at the end, and you think that makes the sense. But you don't realize it. It's just another atrocity that you can throw at people to make people look bad. And then when they put it on a big play on the media, then you realize, Brooks, then you realize as it closes in on you what I've told you for years, Brooks. Now it plays out and you catch up. That's why Patreon on Jimmy Reefercake is so important. Do you want people to be timid and behind, or you want people to be out front and focused? I am EA96B. Thank you. Weird? You think it's weird? That's exactly what I wanted to hear. And you obviously are just as weird as me for listening. Thank you very much. You're a loyal listener to these streams. Tell me more. Don't you think it was funny how Brooks admitted he couldn't stand what was happening? He couldn't stand how good the media made Tulsi look. Or maybe let's just put it the other way. He couldn't stand how the media was so transparent against Tulsi. And maybe he just couldn't stand that made Tulsi look good, because he still hates Tulsi, doesn't he? How many ways can I tell it to you? Can I be sarcastic, like the majority part, with my jokes? With my fucking jokes, huh? Can I tell you how Tulsi has a fucking plant in her brain, and that's why she's so calm and schools all these pathetic. Plus, there's these pathetic implanted people like Rachel Maddow who are purposely put in there in order to make other people look good simultaneously. Do you doubt that, EA96B? You doubt any of those facts? Like, what is going on? That's what I want to ask you. You think I'm weird, but what's weird about a guy? And I'm glad to be weird, by the way. And I'm glad Brooks is weird, too. How weird is this fucking Brooks guy? Adidas sweatsuit wearing motherfucker? I like that. I like that about him. I'm starting to like Brooks. That's what I'm saying. That was the main point. I'm really proud of him for bending the knee to Tulsi. Any other questions from EA96B or any of the other 3 people watching? Do you understand how owls work? Their heads spin around all the fucking way, dude. I hope you realize that's part of what I'm doing. You got to see more. And I realize that if you're watching right now, EA, see and hear more. You're trying to get the full view. If you can turn your head all the way behind and look backwards, it's obviously 360 degrees because you can turn your head both ways. Okay? That's what an owl can do. Any other questions or comments from the peanut gallery? What do we got here? 7:34. Tweet this out again. Oh, I already tweeted it. Let's see. Any other issues to cover on my Twitter stream? Or, I mean, EA96B, please tell me anything. You want to make a, what do we got here? Oh, cool. So here's some news update is that fucking DJ QAnon and I are still working on a project that will blow your fucking minds. Go to DJ QAnon on SoundCloud and you can hear the first installment of Robot Dreams. Okay? What am I talking about? Michael. Hi, Misha Roma. Thank you for chiming in. Michael Brooks. He started saying it was really awesome. Now, Misha Romo, if you've seen my fucking channel, or have you seen like a lot of the clips going around about Tulsi Gabbard, all of her appearances on the media, every single one of them, they look like a bunch of assholes attacking her for being someone against regime change in general. Her clear statements are very, it just shines so well for her. And then Brooks, one day, it was a few days ago, I don't know when, I wanted to stream about it quickly, but I am busy. And again, Patreon, support Jimmy Reefer Cake. That's why I follow up on this shit, because you can see the hypocrisy, inconsistency, and the hilariousness of it. Because they all attack her for being anti-war. And then the solution in Syria, nobody else gets grilled on their solution in Syria, Misha. You understand? So, like, if you say, what do you want to do in Syria? They don't grill you about whatever it is. For some reason, Tulsi gets grilled about whatever. Her statement on Syria is hands off, basically. That's a decent argument. You get grilled on that. And then the one that says intervention, maybe that's a decent argument, but don't get grilled on that. That's a given. That's like intervention doesn't get grilled. That's inconsistent. So what we're seeing here is a very clear pattern, and I'm proud of Brooksy. Sometimes I joke, okay, you want me to be more clear, Misha? I'm joking about Tulsi being a Russian bot, but I'm not, but I'm serious about the fact that the media has written articles slamming her as a Russian plant, like the candidate for Russia. That's the kind of trash they put out. And guess what, Brooks? None of them cover that, by the way. They don't cover all this hilarious trash that goes out about Tulsi. And that's why he's annoyed. So the funny thing he said on the show is like he had to admit, because he's getting barraged. It's not just, I don't even send any emails or comments to him at all. Anything that might happen, people might listen to my channel and then they go and comment. Independent of me doing a damn thing. But apparently the Tulsi people get to hammer away every time that these media scoundrels piss on her anti-war message. And then there's people who are so dumb on Twitter and other people who say that, no, she's not anti-war. Well, watch the fucking interview. And then maybe that's why Brooks is upset. It's making it clear. You're making it clear that he was wrong, making it clear that she is anti-war, making it clear that she makes sense, making it clear that I, Brooks is scared of the fact that he can't be wrong. And so he has to morph like a slow little morphing to pretend he wasn't wrong. Why don't you just come out and say, Brooks, that Tulsi is the #1 anti-war candidate across the board, period. Because that's a fact. And don't be all fucking earnest about anti-war and then talk about some Modi shit. That's what Obama was down with Modi. That has nothing to do with anti-war. And I'm talking to Jamie Peck. That fucking live clip, I had it on my channel. I think I even talked over it. Bullshit. So earnestly, like, I'm just against. Fuck you, dude. You are a warmonger, basically. You're just buying into this Tulsi shit on bullshit. And now you see through the only way you understand things. This is a funny thing about it, too. Only way these people can understand something is if they see it on TV, it's played out. They couldn't just watch the fucking Tulsi speeches or fucking learn about her platform. Just fucking, like, no, they had some weird fucking laid out agenda that Tulsi's bad. They pretend they're Bernie fans. You want to pretend you're a Bernie fan? Why do you think Bernie even started? What do you think was one of the biggest things that got his momentum going? People said, holy shit, what about Bernie? It's when Tulsi supported him. Motherfucker. That's when it happened. So you're not a Bernie fan if you shit on Tulsi. You're not consistent. And guess what? I said that all along. I don't give a shit. I got pushed off the show because I fucking kept nagging at them about how dumb they were about this fucking Tulsi shit. And they had to clamp me off of the show. And then you see them over and over interviews on TV, playing it out so that the little mind can understand. I'm the dumb one, he wants to say, but it had to get all the play action on TV for him to see, wow, maybe she really is a fucking anti-war candidate. Huh. Maybe I am full of shit. Maybe I am basically. And then again, I want to give him credit because he bent the knee. He admitted it. And guess what? He's going to admit a whole lot more. And I've been banned from the show because I'm too controversial. Wow. Anti-war man over here. That's me. Everyone wants to shit on me because I support legalizing marijuana. Like that's a priority. That's a fucking problem with you. That's fucking bullshit. All right. Bullshit. That's a rant. You wanted it, you got it. 3 people watching. This is bullshit. And that's why this is not anything but a good time. You have to realize when somebody has this in their soul for real, they would obviously debate me. They would obviously have the fucking balls to debate me. That's what somebody would do if they had it in their soul for real. Or if they were scared they were living in a house of cards. So bend the knee, you're mocking him for saying something you agree with. Yes, but that's what Jamie Peck said in mocking him. She was like, bend the knee to Tulsi. All this bending the knee shit is hilarious to me. I mean, I'm mocking Brooks for so many reasons, but I'm also giving him a thumbs up for at least admitting what this beautiful show has done for Tulsi. And then he's upset about it. He's like, well, I'm still going to be mad at her about Tulsi. I'm mad at her about Modi because Modi, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. I mean, it's dumb. That's dumbness. DJ QAnon is getting this shit together. Other things on Twitter. Only choice. People are now tweeting me. Yeah. But the thing is that Sammy, when I started watching Air America, and Sammy is a little bit older than me, I think. I'm pretty old. He hated Joe Biden. Hated him. And then they went off on Biden on the show a little bit there. And it's like Tulsi Gabbard is like 1,000,000 times better than Biden. It's so funny when people are so caught up in this like politico nonsense. They can't just listen to what the candidates are saying. They need to stop reading what these other people say about what the people say. They need to stop like reading that article that was like, Tulsi Gabbard is not your friend. That's just an article. It just asks, why don't you just ask Tulsi about those things? And then you see she gets asked about those things. She answers the fucking question brilliantly. It's very, very horrible to see what they've done. But it's also vindicating to realize that like that I've managed to keep my composure and stay true to what I meant to do and not just give in. Like just be like, oh, I want them to play my songs. Therefore, I'm going to fucking not talk about Tulsi anymore. Oh, they've mocked me into obedience. Who wants to be like that? Misha? No, you don't want to be like that, dude. So whatever you say, that's my ending statement. This is the end of a Jimmy Reefer live stream again. This is the end. And I'm glad I mocked Michael Brooks again. He fucks up the entry to my songs all the time. I don't think he has a consistent thought in his mind. He likes to criticize and lie. I'll never give a shit if they play another one of my songs again. Can you picture what would be if I got a team of lawyers to defend me and I ordered they remove every reefer cake song for the shit they did wrong? Lost in a lonely wilderness of, what's the word I'm looking for? Wilderness of, it's not pain. That's what I was going to say. I am lost in a YouTube channel 'cause I've been banned. The reason why is clear to understand. The control of oxygen. Yeah. All right, everybody. What's up, sucker? Says Cool Cat M. Cool Cat M. I don't know what's up with you, dude. All I know is I said my piece, and everybody knows I come real and I speak the truth. And I have not slouched or backed down in my duty to those things. All right? Majority Report, you can take me or leave me. But guess what? We're going to have a big old fun talking about why the fuck you have my songs in your motherfucking shows, but you don't credit me in your goddamn notes on your show. The lawyers will be contacting you, and then you'll find a little bit about what hypocrisy is versus power, see? Because the professor I see is here. And my lawyers don't like the fact that you got my songs in your shows, but you don't got the notes in the notes. Because I remember, see, in the beginning, when I started with the things, you had your notes. When I had a song on the show, you put the name of the song. You put that, the Jimmy Reefer Cake, on the thing. But then when this guy named Michael Brooksy, see, he took over the job, see. He took over, and he never did put those notes in, did he, see? So, Brooksy, you gotta know, see, you started it, kid, and I'm gonna finish it. Jimmy Reefer Cake, never giving up. Professor RC, the brains behind it. You know what I'm saying, kid? Robots, beware. Robot Dreams, look at it. DJ QAnon. Fucking right. It's not hypocritical to not support Tulsi, but also think she hasn't been treated very well on TV. That interview with Colbert did. Thank you, Misha Romo. Colbert's interview was bad. Now, hypocritical to not support her, but also think it's almost like putting your brain into a pretzel pie that's unimaginable, Misha. But thank you for the comment, because the fact is these people are diametrically opposed to the fucking obvious solutions she's presenting. So the argument takes place in real time. Jimmy Reefer Cake knows, and I am ready to serve. Patreon, Jimmy Reefer Cake. Thank you. And God damn it, just consider. Just do it. Just fucking support the goddamn guy who is me. And Professor RC, see? And Dorky McDorkerson, the fucking MIC dork who got fired. All right, peace.